Ooh, is this thing working? Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. I still not totally locked in with this system, and it bothers me that I'm not good at it. Give me a quick mic check if you don't mind. I appreciate you hanging tight. See if I can be able to see this thing. If you're coming in, we are celebrating 100,000. I'm enjoying talking a little ball. So if you have questions, crank them in. Now is the time, like no other. My favorite emoji, if you didn't know, besides for the hung up ones. Appreciate it, Daniel. I used to be able to do this. There you go. Coming in hot with the, if you have other video ideas, I have a video idea for tomorrow, but Thursday before the holiday is open. So if you got anybody specifically that you want to get into, and then shoot, it's where playoffs are right around the corner. This thing will be wrapped up and we'll be into the NFL draft, which I'm fired up to be able to get in. And there's obviously a bunch of really good quarterbacks coming out this year. Be fun to see where people kind of have everybody post Trevor, just assuming that Trevor's on the hot with the vast majority of people at the top. There you go. Appreciate it, Chase. Go, Marcus. Thank you, sir. Daniel, craziness. Alex, you may have covered it in a previous video, but what are your thoughts on Sam Ehlinger? I think I did do one video on Sam. I'm actually sitting on an all 22 that I was gonna do for the Patreon community. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to it this week, but it will probably be the next Patreon video. So Alex, you're right on line, right on cue. I forget who it is against. I could probably go look. I don't remember what the game is that I have, but that is definitely someone that I'm in the pipeline with. I don't even know what his status is. It feels like it's kind of a weird year for the draft as far as everybody gets another year. Some people are coming back, some people aren't coming back. What that looks like as far as, draft eligibility, I think is just another layer into this mix. And it'll be fascinating to see what guys want to do through there. Next, you missed it, man. I appreciate it. Got Aaron nudged out right now, just like everybody, probably a little bit out above Patrick Mahomes, but I think it'll be fascinating to see how it finishes up here. Yayo. Coach Graves, appreciate it. Always appreciate the support. Very fired up. I know. Craziness, right? Damn. I need to get back in stuck with these lives here on a more consistent basis, but I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with the impromptu live. Got a little bit of before I sign off, I gotta make sure. Got very just out of curiosity. I know this is putting myself in a box, but a quick. Oh man, Joe, it is on tonight. Very true. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the support. I really do. What was I going to say? I don't even remember. But it's been fun. It's been craziness to see, at least for the channel. For me, it's been one of those things where it's been a slow evolution as far as what we were going to do, where we're going to fit in a niche, and then just kind of the process of making this happen and trying to continue to improve. Tomorrow's video, give a quick little preview of what I'm thinking. Now, I was going to different things, but this is one. This is not really anything specific for tomorrow, but just another upgrade, because I know some people enjoy the upgrades more than most. Good to see some familiar faces. Dustin, Johnny, Jose, appreciate it. Thank you everybody for hanging out. So every once in a while, first of all, people don't believe that the background is real. Second thing, get ready for it. Now, some of you are anti-second camera to begin with, but get ready for it. I'm going to see if I can do this. It's asking a lot of my editing skills to be able to, Chase, I appreciate the Festivus game. Editing skills get a little bit more complicated, but I think 2021, the quarterback school will be going out of the quarterback school studio. and we will be taking it on the road. I'm not sure what it looks like, whether it's like on-field stuff or it's more vloggy stuff or all of the above, but get ready for it. Here we go. Little drum roll. It's not on right now. That's why it's super wobbly. But I'm pretty fired up for this. It's going to be sick. So we'll see what that turns into. But I thought I'd give you all just a little quick sneak peek into what we got going on. We are taking this thing out of the studio. We are going outside, hopefully, eventually. I think it'd be cool. Just keep mixing it up and keep having fun with this thing more than anything else. I think that's the one thing that just keeps coming across for me, how much I dig the interaction, the creativity, kind of the whole process of this thing. So it's a lot of fun for me. I very much appreciate the y'all for enjoying the content and having fun with it, and honestly engaging with it more than anything else. I get a lot of ideas, get a lot of inspiration from the comments, from what people want to learn about, what people want to see. You know, the X's and O's stuff, all those types of things, these lives, the questions. I really do try to do a decent job of getting through the vast majority of comments, especially if you comment on something new. I'm almost always going to see it and try to get back to you. And you can also obviously email, all those types of things. So very much appreciate the continued support for the channel. Now let me see. Appreciate. Yeah, we're trying to get the upgrade over here. We'll see if I can handle the editing and what it looks like from that rig, but I'm pretty fired up to keep mixing it up. All right. If you got some questions, hit me up. Let me see what you got. Jose, I saw you ask the Justin Herbert improve year 2 thing. I mean, the easiest answer for me with Herbert is just to win more, to find more ways to win. I know that's hard to just put on the quarterback, but I'm guessing they're going to make a change there at head coach. They're probably going to go out there and try to find someone who can take advantage of what he's been able to show. I think he's exceeded my expectations, probably exceeded everyone's expectations with how well he's thrown the ball. But will that translate into more wins? You just rolling the dice. This is part of playing in the league to a certain extent. You don't get to pick who your coach is, in that first contract. And so someone might already be out the door into the next. Is this an offensive person? How quickly can you learn the system? All those things. So much of it is luck. And so, you just hope he continues to get on that right there, continues going up. And I think it's been pretty impressive right out the gate for sure. Jose, I got you, bro. You got to stop with the copy and paste. I like the game, though. Skylar Olson, what system did you find the easiest to pick up while jumping around to a new place? I don't think there was... I don't know if I consider it one system or another is easier. I think just the ones that have less volume are easier. They're all kind of unnecessarily complex in their own way, but that would be my easiest one, like the thinner of all. Hey-ho. Appreciate it, Capea. Nice. Blitz. Hundo. I know. You know what I should have done? Total amateur hour on my part, but I easily could have gotten like the 100 emoji thing to be able to pop up. Maybe I'll do that next time. God, that is amateur hour. Son of a gun. Straight bruh. Oh, man. Gotta have fun with this stuff. Sitting here talking to myself with just emojis. I still need sound for this one. Oh, man. Joe, that's a good call. I totally forgot about the Haskins craziness. I honestly, someone sent me the, what's the cat's name? I used to play against him. Booger McFarlane. That's his name, right? The guy who basically, I didn't even make it through the whole comment, but it looked like he was on one of the talking head ESPN shows and basically, saying that, I think the part that I saw was like, he's tired of African-American players making bad decisions, earlier, something, the gist of that. And I just, that type of stuff makes me sick to a certain extent. So many people are doing it right that, to use certain examples specifically at the quarterback position of guys like Jamarcus Russell or Dwayne Haskins right now is just, to me, it's unfair and paints a ridiculous broad brush that is not representative of the vast majority of guys across the league doing it right. And, for me, as far as what Dwayne Haskins did or didn't do, I barely know, necessarily why he was released in the first place. I know he's made some interesting decisions, off the field, but I don't know the details of them. I will say that, of all the places and of all the coaches to piss off and get released in, this time of the season, Ron Rivera is one of the ones that I would imagine would be one of the harder ones to do it. Dude, whoever JLV is, Cat, that ain't it, homie. Ron, to me, is one of the better dudes, just human beings across the board. And to piss him off so much so that he would do that was probably more unsettling than anything else. And I think that's not like a unicorn take. I think that's how many people across the league feel. And so the idea being that he's going to get another shot eventually, I would imagine, yes. Just because he's a young guy. I think I saw that he was only 20. I can't imagine that's true, but maybe it is. And I can't imagine I was making some pretty poor decisions when I was 20. So I hope that he gets an opportunity to get it going again. But again, so much of it is context. So much of it is certain luck. But obviously the decision making, all those things, the maturity, whatever. It's unfortunate in my opinion. I was and am a big fan of Dwayne Haskins. I know, a lot of people aren't and haven't been, obviously, with some elements of the performance, but I really do think that there's an opportunity and potential for him to have a successful career, but that's not unique. There are many people like that. I think he's just the latest one. So hopefully, let me know if you guys totally disagree, think I'm off my rocker. 3-card Monty. I hope Dougie B doesn't get fired. I can't imagine. When did he win a Super Bowl? A couple years ago? That seems so bizarre to me. The Carson Wentz thing to me is fascinating to a certain degree. I need to probably go back and watch more of the way that I watch film. If you couldn't tell from the vast majority of the videos, is kind of just one-off games. I'm not putting together libraries of games to kind of make some of these analysis. They're real snapshots and pictures in time. But it does seem strange, crazy. JM might be a little early to start calling Josh Allen the GOAT, but he's definitely got Buffalo going in the right direction. My goodness. Holy moly. Mateo, I miss football in Europe too. I had a blast playing football in Europe on a number of different levels. Coach Grace, I always appreciate the support. Good to see you in red too. The members out there, if you're wondering how certain people have quarterback school logos after their name, members. Let's see what we got. Capella. Let me know if I'm saying that correctly too. If I'm not, hit me with like a phonetic approach. I appreciate the support. Based on your quarterback room video, how does the Eagles as well as the Dolphins QB room handle their situations? Oh, that's a fascinating one. I really think of them as like they're almost inverted to a certain extent, in my opinion, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can wordsmith that. I think Tua is still the future in Miami, obviously still the future in Miami right now. I think Fitzpatrick brings a different type of energy and just a way that he plays the game as far as making contested throws, challenging balls down the field, those types of things. And I think that they're on the forefront of making a run in the playoffs. That being said, the Eagles situation is, for whatever reason, Carson Wentz wasn't making it happen and felt like they needed to go in a different direction to ignite their offense. The Dolphins were already playing well enough to win some games when they made the change to Tua. Appreciate it, Rick. The Eagles were kind of, in a tailspin and looking for it to re-energize. I do think it will be interesting to see how this plays out in the Miami organization-wise. I don't think there's any signs to say that it will make Tua tank by any means, or whether it will, reinvigorate him to take more shots down the field. I don't think that's how he plays. He's so much more of, in my opinion, like a precision passer, not necessarily a jump ball, contested, ball down the field type thing that Fitzpatrick has been for his whole career. And, there are great elements to both. I think Tua can, shape and evolve a little bit more towards what a Sunday contested open throw looks like. But, for whatever reason, the Eagles situation, I think, is its own malfunction. And, it'll be fascinating to see how they do that. I don't know. I need to go back and see if Jalen Hurts, either way, it's too small of a sample size to know that he's going to be the long-term future in Philadelphia. I think they have a hard time moving away from Carson Wentz just because of this, but who knows what's happening in the room. That's the other thing about the quarterback room. Nobody really knows what's happening in that room unless you're in that room. Let that sink in for a second. Even some head coaches, if they're not in the room, they don't really know what's happening in the room. And so it's really hard to kind of, predict how certain guys will handle this type of kind of competition, kind of setback, all those types of things, adversity, unless you're in there and you're dealing with the psychology, you're dealing with the the mentality of all these guys. I think that they can try to be professional, but even right now, it's almost been, too short after the changes, after the kind of impact, all these things that have happened, to even get a real true reflection to see how this will impact them moving forward. Jeremy C., appreciate it. Boom. See what you got here. Hey, JT, a video or explainer about the average NFL player's lifelong financial stability would be very interesting. Also need a chat moderator. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done this. I was really close to doing the moderator thing recently, or not recently, back when I was doing more live streams, but every once in a while you get a couple of clowns in here. And unfortunately, once I start talking, I don't pay attention to it. I just see it flying up, and I'll eventually never get there. It's a good question. The financial stability thing is an interesting one, Jeremy, for me, just because it's so unique, not unique to sports, but like it's so individualized. Just like, I'm sure many people who are watching this, you probably have some friends that always got to go out and get the nicest, newest thing. You got some friends that get a new car every 2 years. Some people that are moving. Some people that have the nicest gear, that have the nicest, newest everything. I think a good example is like, I know I coach a high school team in San Diego, and I know that some of those players look at me sideways just for the car that I drive. And it's not by no means a crummy car, but it doesn't necessarily scream NFL player either, or former NFL player. And to me, I think it's just like anything in life, just a series of choices. Bro, Blitz McCarthy, chill out, or I'm going to have to, let's see if I can do this. Oh, look at that. I just put you in timeout, bro. I don't even know what that means, but that should be embarrassing. Now I totally forgot what I was even talking about. But I got about 5 minutes left because I'm going straight Peloton, 4:30. If you're not on the Peloton, you got to get over those old school commercials. You are missing out. And I know that probably looks like not the greatest thing in the world, but yes. See, there you go. 3-card Monty, Cohen jokes. I saw some good questions in there too before BM went nuts. Ryan, I hope the Eagles give Eason a shot at the QB. Dude has a cannon. Really? I didn't even know he was with the Eagles. Or the Colts. Sorry, my mistake. He does have a cannon. Phillip is not playing poorly, is he? I feel like he had a decent day the other day. He's got like 400 plus touchdowns. Still doing his thing. Supreme Maddie coming in with some strong questions today. What offers did you get in high school? That's a big goose egg, buddy. I took 2 official visits, one to Fordham. It was crazy cold. I'm a California kid. The other to Sac State. They said I could walk on. I said no gracias. And that was it. I had a blast playing Division II non-scholarship ball, though. All good, Daniel. I very much appreciate the support. Tony Eason? That's a good one. Oh, man. Nope. Well, y'all. Ooh, Andrew, I drive a Dodge Stratus. I think I've told the story on this channel, so some of you will probably hear it twice. But Jake Delhomme used to make so much fun of me for driving my Chevy S10 for about my first couple years in the league. I had it for a number of years, actually. I loved that car. I still see it driving around San Diego every once in a while. Sold it to a local small business owner. Man, the thing was sweet. But no, it's just like anything in life, it's about making good decisions. I'm not going to get into financial literacy around here. Let's see. We got about Fordham. Exactly. Josh. No, I never played against University of Montana. I did my high school wide receiver, not my. One of our high school wide receivers went to the University of Montana. If you know Montana football, you know Atu Molden. Dude was a baller. He broke his wrist week 3 of we were the same year, my senior season. Man, that was a big difference going from him to the rest of the squad. But no offense to the rest of the squad. But he was a hell of a player. He was a hell of a player for a long time in the Arena Football League, too. I wonder where he's at now. Let me know if you know where Atu's at. Either way, appreciate you, Coach Drake, coming in hot. Love it. I'm going to hop on the bike. I very much appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. I've had a blast with this thing. Again, thank you so much for hanging out and looking forward to the next 100,000. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a good one. I will see you back tomorrow, hopefully with a 100K special video if I can get the new rig to work. But should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.